Hello everyone and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. The image you see before you is the finished home. I decided to go with another kind of green covered plant based home. I guess I just love plants, guys, so please don't judge me. Basically this speed build is just another way of me getting back into the practice of the whole speed build thing. So I'm gonna fast forward to when we're actually building and explain the process and how I did it and why I did certain things, and we can see how we get on. Alright, here we go. So here we go, guys. I started off with basically the frame of the house. I kind of wanted to go for a 2-story house, and then I ended up going for a 1-story house again. I feel like I'm getting there though with my building skills. I'm getting a little bit better each time. It took me a little bit of fiddling around with the kind of walls and stuff like that, and I actually didn't really understand how to do foundations. I forgot the foundations were that little bit odd and difficult to do, so I actually had to just abandon the whole foundation thing and just put in. I did know that I wanted to make kind of a center window surrounded by kind of the plant at the side, and just have the grass like I normally do. I think that's a key kind of feature to one of my builds, is all the kind of grasslands. I just love landscaping in The Sims 4. It's so good, guys, you've no idea. And just making all the plants kind of mixed together and making it kind of lush and vibrant, and just seemed like the person who lives here is a plant loving sim. That's amazing. And I did like the accents of these little pillars that kind of gave it a little bit of an edge to the house. Now the wallpaper that I did actually choose for this house, you can see in the starter image that I didn't actually go with it. It didn't really go. I was going for this kind of pastel kind of fruity sim house. I thought that might work, and then I really just got kind of so frustrated with the whole pastel-y bits of the house compared to all the lush kind of dark toned furniture that I was filling the house with. So I ended up going back afterwards and putting on brick and putting on kind of panels and stuff. And here you can see me struggling with the actual foundation. I couldn't figure out how to do it. It was just really frustrating, and I know I'll get there eventually, guys, so have patience with my building skills. I'm just literally trying to build up my skills on camera for you guys and get back into building The Sims, because I really want to do The Sims 4 Let's Play for you guys. I really want to bring it back to my channel, but for that I'm going to have to build up my Sims 4 skills and become back into the simmer that I used to be. So please have patience with that. Now I did like the plants at the front of it, as you can see. I did try and put plants all over the place, and I did want to have kind of a wraparound. That's one of the things that I really wanted to do. And then I was going to have a little bit of a deck or something like that in here, and then I was going to have a grass little wall. But then again, I ended up changing it because it didn't really work out. It didn't look normal when it didn't have the deck under it. So I did end up putting just plants there, and I did end up removing this in a later part of the video, as you can see right now. It just didn't look right. It looked really odd having it on the ground floor for some reason. So I was just you know what, screw it. Let's start from fresh. So I started adding in plants as I went to kind of give me a feel for the property, because sometimes I feel like when you don't know what's inside, it's better to kind of just go with your feeling, kind of design from the outside in. Most people I know would like to design from the inside out. They like to put the rooms down first and then like to do other things, but I like to do kind of the outside first and then figure out things out. So here I was trying to map out a cool kind of little path and a driveway, and then I just started mixing around with plants. I literally just threw anything down that looked pretty, that looked natural, and then I kind of just threw everything in every now and again. And then I actually did the BB objects cheat, so I could increase and raise things down and do what I could. As you can see here, I'm kind of lowering and raising the kind of designs. I feel like this kind of gives a different kind of a depth with different flowers and that. I don't know, it seemed to work for my build, so you might want it. I did end up putting in a really weird hedge here, and I was going to put in some rock features or a fountain or something, but then I ended up not doing it because it just looked a bit too kind of rich for this kind of house that I was going for. I did put in a weird hedge, as I said, around the border of the house, not this hedge here. That hedge was kind of natural, and I kind of really did like the kind of in-depth kind of look of it. But it was actually the really long hedge that I ended up putting in. This hedge here, I actually removed that hedge and I put in a wooden fence around the back of the house, and I just thought that worked a lot better. I did even do a back garden to this at the end of it. I don't know if I actually recorded it or not, but we'll have to have a look and just see as well. Now for here, I was literally just trying to like border off the house so I knew where it was going, and I did know that I wanted to keep the house kind of in depth with the kind of gardens behind it, because I felt like whoever bought this house obviously knew about the community gardens lying behind it, so they would like obviously, you know, want to like grow plants or whatever, or they'd be an avid plantist. Maybe they're the people that started the community gardens. So with that in mind, that's why I was kind of like trying to build it to plants, not to mention that I love plants. And I started like designing like the roof, I think last, because a subscriber of mine actually told me last time that they didn't do the roofs until last. So I think I kind of took that into advice and tried the best, but I think I ended up doing the roofs halfway through. So here's me doing the sitting room now. I did want to put like a big kind of bright carpet into the sitting room, but I just don't think it matched, and I kind of actually really need to download some more of the Sims packs. I really want to get the vampire pack because of the architectural designs in it, and I want to get the toddlers, no, the parented pack. That's what I wanted to get. So I ended up going with this beautiful little thing and ended up popping in the little couches that kind of matched it, and then it kind of like slowly kind of gave like the underpack overpack kind of style that I like to favor. So it looks livable, it looks like someone's actually living here, with like say plants in the corner, like plants on the thing, like lights, like kind of knickknacks lying around the house, paintings here and there. I thought that really kind of looked really nice. I hate when it just looks kind of just barely furnished. I know starter houses that I built in the past were barely furnished, but they were starter houses. So here's me trying to figure out what I wanted to get with like the curtains, and I actually love these kind of draw curtains because they give you enough light but yet they cover enough, so they kind of give you that added privacy. I love the fact that you can pop in little mirrors and the reflections of the grass and the greenery. Oh, the Sims 4 building is just so soothing and so nice. And I think I was actually like watching one of 8-Bit Dylan's streams when I was actually building this house, so forgive like the constant stops and distractions. It's probably when I was like writing in the chat or something. So I ended up wanting to have like a feature wall here, and I don't even know if I kept the feature wall in the end. I think I did. You'll have to look at the ending images. I think I actually did end up adding in the feature wall. Now, as I started, there was like this huge dining room area, and I realized that I didn't actually have rooms for bedrooms or a bathroom, because originally when I was designing this, I wanted to do an upstairs, but I decided to scratch that just because I didn't feel like I was ready to design upstairs on like a 2-story house just yet. So I decided to scrap the whole 2-story building and add in the bedrooms in the side. You can see me try and figure out which TV would kind of suit there. I thought like the platinum screen TVs or the big flat screen ones were a bit too big, so I just went for the small one. I wanted to add in this beautiful little arch in here, and I thought it worked pretty well. So here's me a little bit later just adding in some lights and whatever. So I wanted to add in the kitchen, and I wanted this like specific look for the kitchen. So that's what I was trying to do here. I wanted to have like a door to the back as well, so I did put that in. Now if I was doing this again, I probably would have added like a little room for a dining room. I don't know why I actually avoided adding in a dining room. I kind of just added in like a little kind of a counter here to use, and then I added in like a little bit of an area for a bathroom as well. Now I did add a little bit of a table, so you do have that dining area if you wanted to move it across, but still it's not exactly, you know, like families. I'd say this is for like a normal, like just a couple or maybe a starter sim moving it into like a second house or something like that. I think this house is perfect for that. I don't think it's a very good kind of a family home, simply because it's just not enough bedrooms. I even actually didn't design the second bedroom. I decided to actually just make it into a small little bit of an office. So here's me just adding in the chairs and trying to see if it'll all match up. I did eventually put in like some knickknacks and banners and things just to make it look a little bit livable. I love that little tea kind of thing. I know it's for like coffee shops and stuff, but I love adding it in because I'm an avid tea lover. I always have like loads and loads of like tea bags everywhere in my house, so I like to have like these little like selections. And I think I actually ended up changing this in and moving everything across a little bit just because everything was just a little bit too wide for my liking. And then I added actually clothes in here, and I realized then that it wasn't going to do upstairs, and I realized then I didn't actually have an area for the bathroom. Now if I was doing this again and I was putting in an upstairs, that second area where I did put the bathroom, I would have put the dining room, and I would have put like a little bit of an office or a study in the sitting room. I think that would have been cool, but I kind of just felt like maybe upstairs was going to be a little bit too difficult, so I decided just to quickly just pop in a bathroom there, as you can see, and put it in that curved area into a hall. I did actually end up removing the doors because I didn't like the sitting room the way it was, so I had it just so you came straight into the sitting room rather than straight into the kitchen. And there's me adding in the bedrooms. and I thought that was kind of cool. I liked the big windows, I really did, but I kind of felt they were a bit too much for a bedroom. So I decided to put in those little 3 rooms that you can kind of have the vines climbing up on the outside and that. I thought that looked really nice. So what I went for is I went for 1 double room and 1 single room. Eventually I would have had like an ensuite here. I thought that would have been nice. And here was I trying to figure out like which kind of bed to put into the second bedroom before I just decided, you know what, let's just make it into a lounge area, a study area, because this probably isn't going to be for a family. You could probably transform the second bedroom into like a small little kid's room if your sim is living here and gets pregnant and wants like to start a little bit of a family before they move if they don't have enough funds. So I thought that was kind of a good little option to add in. That's why I didn't put in the door in between. So I love putting a carpet under the bed, guys, by the way. It adds such a little depth and little kind of thing. I've seen it in a few people's builds, and honestly it's so precious and so cute. So here we go. I think I was just messing around with like the size dimensions and stuff. I think I wanted to expand the bedrooms, but then I realized that you couldn't because I had the archway, and if I removed the arch then it wouldn't have been as spacious and kind of open planned. So that was kind of it. Now here I was trying to like add in just things to make the walls not look as bare. I have a habit of just leaving loads of bare walls in my builds. I don't know why I do it. For example, this wall here serves absolutely no purpose. I can't put very much there because of the archway and because I added in a back door. I think if I'd probably put like a little bar there or something if I had like a bigger bit of room. I don't even know why I didn't put it into a bigger build. I just kind of felt like a little bit insecure about this build, so I went smaller is better in kind of terms. And here's me trying to figure out what couch kind of goes in here. I wanted to make it into kind of like a little bit of a lounge area that you could just chill out and kind of relax in. I felt that that was kind of a good thing to do, you know, just to have done, just to kind of give your sims like this little bit of relaxation, kind of a study area. I thought was kind of nice. Now it didn't turn out exactly the way I wanted, but I think it did turn out pretty cute, especially with the wall decals that I added in and the pieces of art. I just thought maybe this was for a sim who just wanted to unwind and just wanted to go into the back room, away from everything, away from the television, and just kind of chill out, maybe like read a book, study up with some handiness or something like that. I thought that was kind of cool. So then I actually came out, and here is the finished pictures, by the way, guys. So here's the driveway, as you can see on the design that I settled, and there's the new wallpaper that I added in, which was kind of nice. This is the up close picture. I wish those windows were a little bit easier, and here's the back garden that I eventually did. I went for kind of a little bit of a patio thing. Again, if I had like the ability to do the foundations, I probably would have done that, but then again, I really like the back garden, and I did this lovely beautiful arch here with the like stones and rocks and stuff like that and the plants. I thought it just turned out so beautiful. So here's inside the sitting room, inside the front door. Again, it's not ideal. Here's the finished sitting room. A few candles spread out and some knickknacks here and there, and I loved how the kitchen turned out. I just absolutely love it so very much. I just wish there was an extra bit of a window or something. Here's the bathroom that I didn't actually show you in building. Decorated the toilet is actually where the camera was, and here is the bedroom in the end. I wish I could have added in like a wardrobe or something. That would have been nice. And there's the little wall decals, which I thought was so cute. I really liked it, and that's actually going to be the build. So thank you very much for watching. It's been a complete pleasure. Goodbye.